read the same chapter twice today. Not because I missed something, but because I wasn't ready to leave it for what was coming. The chapter had a quality of light that I wanted to stay inside, and rushing to the next thing felt like a particular kind of crime. Linger in the good parts longer, that's what reading taught me. Not everything needs to be finished, some things just need to be held, need to be held. Need to be held. I apply this elsewhere now. The good conversation, the good meal, the moment before the answer comes, when the question is still real. The chapter is a metaphor for everything worth slowing down, and the books I've loved the most are the ones that made me want to drown. Linger in the good parts longer, that's what reading taught me. Not everything needs to be finished, some things just need to be held, need to be held. There's no prize for finishing first, no trophy for the fastest reading. The only prize is what you carry from the time you spent not leaving, from the time you spent not leaving. Linger in the good parts longer, that's what reading taught me. Not everything needs to be finished, some things just need to be held, need to be held. Same chapter, third time now, still not ready. That's enough reason. I bought a book in a city I visited, from a shop I'll never find again. Down a street I can't remember, in the rain, between the rain. And the book became the souvenir, more than anything I bought. The story and the city merged into a single thought. Books from places hold the places inside the pages somehow. Read them back at home and feel the somewhere of the then and now. Then and now. Then and now. I read it on the train home, still wet from the afternoon, and the story was set in winter, though I'd bought it in early June. And the contrast felt exactly right, the fictional cold against the summer, the shop I'd found by accident, the book I hadn't known I'd want. book I've bought while traveling carries the trip inside its cover. Open it a year later and travel back without the bother. Books from places hold the places inside the pages somehow. Read them back at home and feel the somewhere of the then and now. Then and now. Then and now. Then and now. Still have it. Still remember the shop. Still remember the rain. Worth getting wet for. Worth getting wet for. I lent this book to someone 2 years ago, maybe 3, and they moved cities with it. Now it lives there without me. I should ask for it back, probably, but there's something right about it. The book finding a new reader in a city I've never been to. Books travel further, further than we do. Books travel further to shelves and hands that need them, hands that need them, hands that need them, hands that need them. My copy of a favorite novel has 3 different names inside. Given, lent, and left behind. Each one finding the next ride. And now it's in a stranger's home, in a city on another coast. And I hope it's giving them whatever they need the most. Books travel further, further than we do. Books travel further to shelves and hands that need them, hands that need them, hands that need them. Don't mourn the books that leave you, they're just moving on to someone who might need them more than you did. Let them go, let them wander, let them find the next one. Let the spine wear open in a pair of new hands. Let it go, let it travel somewhere it's needed now. Let it go, distraction without the phone. Just the book and just the waiting, and the pages add up slowly in the spaces between the making. Reading in the gaps between things, that's how the books get done. A page here, 2 pages there, adding up to something, adding up to something. 5 minutes in a waiting room, 10 minutes before the meeting, a chapter on a lunch break that made the afternoon worth meeting. The commute, the queue, the held on call, all of them a reading opportunity. And the book that took me 3 months was read entirely in the in-between. Reading in the gaps between things, that's how the books get done. A page here, 2 pages there, adding up to something, adding up to something. You don't need an hour to read, you need a page and a willingness to be somewhere else for a moment, in the middle of the busyness. Water boiled, page turned, one more before the day continues. One more. I highlighted a line in yellow, then regretted changing the page. Some things should stay unmarked and clean, like a face without its age. But the line was too good to lose, so I copied it into my phone. And now it lives in 2 places, on the page and on my own. Saving lines like saving light for later when the dark arrives. A sentence you'll return to is a sentence that survives, that survives. I have a note with hundreds of them, lines collected over years. Some I remember the context of, some have lost their atmosphere, but all of them were true enough once to make me stop and mark them down. And reading back through all of them is like visiting a different town. Saving lines like saving light for later when the dark sentence you'll return to is a sentence that survives. That survives. The best line I ever collected, I don't remember where it's from, but I remember how it felt to find it, like arriving somewhere from. Still collecting, still highlighting, still copying into the phone, building something line by line that only I will ever own. I fell asleep reading again, woke up with the book on my face, the page bent at an angle, and the lamp still on in place. And I lay there half in the story, half in the room I was in, the character still walking somewhere in the space between sleep and awake. Falling asleep in a book is the softest kind of ending. The story follows you into the dark, the reading and the dreaming blending, dreaming blending. I dreamed about the characters once, placed them in my actual street, walking through my neighborhood in the rain without their feet, making sense in the logic of dreams where everything is almost right. And I woke up glad to have known them in the particular light of night. Falling asleep in a book is the softest kind of ending. The story follows you into the dark, the reading and the dreaming blending, dreaming blending. The best books colonize your sleep, set up residence in your dreaming, stay longer than you invited them. But that's just what good stories mean. Book still open, lamp still on, let it stay a little longer. I read the acknowledgements today before I read the book itself, the names of everyone who helped before the story found the shelf. The agent, the editor, the friends who read the early drafts, the partner who put up with the absence during all the second halves. Behind every book is a life that held it. Behind every book are hands that made it. Something almost impossible. Almost impossible. And then the writer thanked their doubt, the version of themselves that almost quit, called it necessary, called it useful, called it part of it. And I thought about my own abandonments, the things I put down and walked from, and wondered if they were just drafts that I hadn't returned to yet. Behind every book is a life that held it. Behind every book are hands that made it. Something almost impossible. Almost impossible. Read the acknowledgments sometime before you start the story. The book begins before page 1, and someone else's ordinary. Page 1 now properly. The book and all that made it. Beginning. The library closes at 6 on Sundays. I always leave at 5:59, staying until the last possible moment, like I'm getting my money's worth of time. The librarian knows my face by now, gives me a nod when I arrive. And something about being a regular at a library makes me feel alive. The library is free, full of everything, all the knowledge they kept, the stories out in public, the words that haven't slept, haven't slept. I came here first as a child with a card that had my name on it, and felt the weight of all those books like they were somehow all for me. That feeling never fully left, even now decades on. I walk through the door and feel it the same as I did young. And something about being a regular at a library makes me feel alive. The library is free, full of everything, all the knowledge they kept, stories out in public, the words that haven't slept, haven't slept. All here for the same reason, all here to borrow something for whatever their particular season. One more chapter, one more page, one more day inside these walls. The library is free, full of everything, all the knowledge they kept, the stories out in public, the words that haven't slept, haven't slept. 5:59, time to go back next Sunday. same seat. I read poetry for the first time. In a way I actually meant it. Not for school, not for an exam, but because someone sent it. A single poem and a message. No explanation, just the lines. And something in the brevity of it hit harder than a novel's 9. A poem is a different kind of reading, short enough to hold completely, long enough to change the morning. If you let it land sincerely, land sincerely. I read it 3 times in a row, each time finding something new. The way a good poem opens wider, the more attention that you give. And then I sent it on to someone the way it had been sent to me. A small thing passed between 2 people that cost nothing to be free. A poem is a different kind of reading, short enough to hold completely, long enough to change the morning. If you let it land sincerely, land sincerely. I never thought I was a poetry person. Turns out I just hadn't found the right one. The right poem at the right moment is enough to make you someone. Still have it saved somewhere. Still send it when it fits. I reread my favorite book this year for the 4th or maybe 5th time, and found things in it I'd missed before. New sentences, new lines. Not because the book had changed, but because I had between the readings, and the same words meant different things to the different me receiving. The book you reread is never the same book. You are never the same reader. Every return is a new meeting. Every page gets a little deeper. A little deeper. I wonder what I'll find next time, in another year or 3. What the version of me reading then will make of what I see. Whether the parts that move me now will move the future me the same, or whether some new passage rises that I had barely known by name. The book you reread is never the same book. You are never the same reader. Every return is a new meeting. Every page gets a little deeper. A little deeper. Some books are destinations you return to all your life, growing into different meanings like a home that fits you right. The book you reread is never the same book. You are never the same reader. Every return is a new meeting. Every page gets a little deeper. A little deeper. Same book, fifth time, different me, same love. See you next time. I bought 3 books I didn't need. At a shop I only meant to pass. The window caught me, then the door, then the shelves. Then an hour had passed. That's the nature of the bookshop. It operates on different time, where the outside world stops mattering and everything on the shelf is mine. Bookshops are a kind of trap, the best kind willingly walked into. Every visit costs me something. Every visit gives me something too. Gives me something too. The person at the counter knew me by my taste, if not my name. Slid a recommendation across, said I think you'll like this same. And I bought it without reading the back or the first page, and just trusted the transaction between a reader and a sage. Bookshops are a kind of trap, the best kind willingly walked into. Every visit costs me something. Every visit gives me something too. Gives me something too. There are worse things to be addicted to than the smell of a new book, than the weight of an unread story, than the promise of a first look. 3 books richer, wallet lighter, exactly as expected. Worth it every time. I gave this book to someone once, someone I was trying to say something to, couldn't find the words myself, so I found them in someone else's truth. The book said everything I meant better than I ever could, and they read it and came back to me and understood. Books say things we can't say, hold things we can't hold. The right book at the right moment is worth more than being told. Being told. We still talk about it sometimes, that book and what it meant, the particular way it opened something that had been closed or bent. And I think about the writer who had no idea that their work would travel between two people and do the thing that words do best. Books say things we can't say, hold things we can't hold. The right book at the right moment is worth more than being told. Being told. If you don't know how to say it, find the book that says it for you. Some feelings need a better writer than the one inside of you. Still have my copy, they still have theirs. Same book, different margins, same meaning. I read on the train today, standing, holding on with one hand, the other hand turning pages carefully, with the particular skill you understand. If you've ever been a commuter reader, balancing the story and the stop, knowing every station by the chapter, knowing when to look up, reading on the move is different. The story mixed with motion, the fictional world and the real one overlapping like an ocean, like an ocean. A man across the carriage was reading something I'd read last year, and I wanted to say something to him, but the moment didn't appear. So I just noticed the coincidence, two people in a metal tube, moving through the same city in different stories that were true. Reading on the move is different. The story mixed with motion, the fictional world and the real one overlapping like an ocean, like an ocean. Missed my stop 2 stops late, worth it completely. I read the last line twice and closed the cover carefully. The way you close something fragile, the way you end things properly, and sat a moment in the silence of a finished thing, not ready yet to be a person who has read it. The space after the last pages, its own kind of place where the story hasn't ended yet, and real life hasn't quite begun. Hasn't quite begun. Hasn't quite begun. I'll recommend it to someone, I'll lend it out and want it back. I'll reread it in a year or two when I've forgotten the exact shape of how it held me, and find it holds me differently, because I'll be a different reader than I was at this reading. The space after the last pages, its own kind of place where the story hasn't ended yet, and real life hasn't quite begun. Hasn't quite begun. Every finished book leaves a version of itself inside the reader, and the reader leaves a version of themselves inside the book. So I set it down like a lantern, like a hand I don't let go, because endings can be gentle if you let them breathe and glow. The space after the last pages, its own kind of place where the story hasn't ended yet, and real life hasn't quite begun. Hasn't quite begun. Hasn't quite begun. Put it on the shelf, not over, just resting. I read on the train today, standing holding on with one hand, the other hand turning pages carefully, with the particular skill you understand. If you've ever been a commuter reader, balancing the story in the stop, knowing every station by the chapter, knowing when to look up, reading on the move is different. Reading on the move is different. with motion, the fictional world and the real one, overlapping like an ocean, like an ocean. A man across the carriage was reading something I'd read last year, and I wanted to say something to him, but the moment didn't appear. So I just noticed the coincidence. Two people in a metal tube, moving through the same city, and different stories that were true. Reading on the move is different. Reading on the move is different. The story mixed with motion, the fictional world and the real one, overlapping like an ocean, like an ocean. Missed my stop once for a chapter, didn't mind the extra ride. Some detours are worth the making when the story pulls you inside. Reading on the move is different. Reading on the move is different. The story mixed with motion, the fictional world and the real one, overlapping like an ocean, like an ocean. Got off 2 stops late, worth it completely. There's a particular quality of light at 4 o'clock in winter that falls across an open book like it was made to enter. Low and golden, slightly slanted through the window to the page, and reading in that light feels ancient, like a scene from another age. 4 o'clock and reading still, the afternoon refusing to end. The light and I in the open book, making something of the descent of the day. I made a cup of tea at 3, and it's cold now at my elbow, but the book had taken over, and the tea just had to let go. And now the light is changing color from gold to something amber gray, and I'm still here in the reading, watching the last of the day. 4 o'clock and reading still, the afternoon refusing to end. The light and I in the open book, making something of the descent of the day. Turn the lamp on when it's needed, but delay it while you can. The natural light on a good book is something close to a plan, worth following. Lamp on now, still reading. The afternoon gave what it could. My grandmother had a room of books, floor to ceiling, wall to wall. The smell of it comes back to me in libraries and second-hand halls. She said the books were all her friends, that she'd never really been alone. And I think about that now sometimes, in a room of my own. Books are what remain of people after everything else goes. The version of a person thinking that the printed page still holds, still holds. I have her copy of one novel, her handwriting in the margin still. Notes I can't always decipher, but I know the feeling well. The impulse to respond in writing to a thing that moved you so, to leave a record of your reading for someone you'll never know. Books are what remain of people after everything else goes. The version of a person thinking that the printed page still holds, still holds. I write in my books now too, in pencil lightly, just a trace for whoever finds them after and inherits this reading space. Her book's still on my shelf, her notes still in the margins, still talking. I read slowly on purpose now. Used to race to find out what happens, but I've learned the ending isn't the point. It's everything before it. The way a character walks into a room, the detail no one needed, that turns out to be the whole thing. The sentence almost unheeded. Slow reading is a different reading, like eating something carefully, tasting what the writer put there, finding what you almost missed, almost missed. Slow reading is a different reading. I stay with it, I stay, finding what you almost missed, almost missed. I spent an hour on 4 pages once, not because they were difficult, but because they were so precisely made. I didn't want to leave them, and the writer had been dead for decades, but the work was still alive in the space between the careful words where the real meaning thrives. Slow reading is a different reading, like eating something carefully, tasting what the writer put there, finding what you almost missed, almost missed. Slow reading is a different reading. I stay with it, I stay, finding what you almost missed, almost missed. The books I've rushed, I can't remember. The books I've lived in, I still carry. There's a difference between reading, being somewhere with a story. Slow reading is a different reading, like eating something carefully, tasting what the writer put there, finding what you almost missed, almost missed. Slow reading is a different reading. I stay with it, I stay, finding what you almost missed, almost missed. Still on page 40 after 2 hours, exactly where I wanna be. I've been meaning to read this for years. It sat on my shelf, looking patient. Everyone I know has read it. I kept finding reasons to wait, but today I finally opened it on a slow and uncommitted morning. And 20 pages in, I understood why everyone had been warning. Some books find you when you're ready, not a minute before. Some books find you. I wasn't ready until today. Now I can't put it down anymore. Can't put it down. The character reminded me of someone I used to be or almost was, and reading about their particular mistakes felt uncomfortably close. Not in a painful way exactly, more like looking in a mirror that shows you something true about yourself, that makes everything clearer. Some books find you when you're ready, not a minute before. Some books find you. I wasn't ready until today. Now I can't put it down anymore. Can't put it down. The shelf held it patiently for years while I became the reader it needed. And now we're here, the book and I, finally properly acquainted. Halfway through by afternoon, should have read this years ago. Better now than never, though. outside today for once, under the tree beside the path. The pages caught the afternoon light and made the words feel warmer. A dog came over, sniffed the book, decided it was uninteresting, and I laughed and kept on reading in the quiet of the evening. Books outside feel different somehow. Open air around the story, like the world becomes the backdrop, and the reading gets more glory. Gets more glory. Gets more glory. A child walked past and asked me what the book was all about, and I tried to explain in simple words what the whole thing was about. She nodded like she understood, then ran back to her friends, and I watched her go and thought some explanations have no ends. Books outside feel different somehow. Open air around the story, like the world becomes the backdrop, and the reading gets more glory. Gets more glory. Gets more glory. The best reading spots are accidental, a bench, a tree, a patch of light, somewhere the book and world agree to share the afternoon politely. Books outside feel different somehow. Open air around the story, like the world becomes the backdrop, and the reading gets more glory. Gets more glory. Gets more glory. Read until the light gave out. Finished it